A beautiful story from a tragic policy. Jewish seniors mm, offered to hide Haitian immigrants to avoid the ridiculous policy of mass deportation, saying they all had to be out of the country yesterday. Put it up full mass. We have this story and we have an update. So, Jewish seniors at a care facility in Florida. Yep, Florida. They have shown us what they are willing to do to protect Haitian caregivers that were expected to lose their temporary protected status overnight. And they will be hunted by ICE if they didn't just get out the country. So what did they do? They said, we're going to hide you right here. Well, it's against the law. We don't give a damn. We're going to hide you right here. Go nowhere. If they get to you, they got to go through us. Prior to a federal judge granting a last-minute reprieve that now protects 350,000 human beings, Haitian, from deportation. Haitian immigrants would have lost their legal status to remain in this country yesterday. Here's the story. At Sinai Residences, for example, 9% of the staff members are Haitians with TPS. That's a temporary protected status. You're here legally. You are legally in the country. You're legally here. They won't be able to work after Tuesday. In total, 69% of the center staff are foreign born. Caregiving industries are heavily dependent on immigrant workers. Earlier this week, a judge paused the end of TPS. The judge had a heart for Venezuelans, not for Haitians. They were preparing to lose everything. Quote, that reminds me of Anne Frank. Rachel Blumberg, president and CEO of the center, told the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, quote, there's a kindred bond between our residents being Jewish and seeing the place that the Haitians have gone through. You know, Haiti is actually a very beautiful country, and it has a lot of natural resources. It's not broke, it's raped. Okay. The culture isn't corrupt, the leaders are. People are beautiful. Seniors in long-term care facilities develop deep bonds with their staff. They become family, especially, if you have a heart to serve. Quote, she said, can relate to not being wanted, to being kicked out, to coming to America for salvage and freedom and safety and shelter. They want to be able to protect the Haitians, end quote. Quote, the Jewish community employs these populations to care for the most vulnerable among us, and it creates major challenges, end quote, said Reuben Rotman, president and CEO of the Network of Jewish Human Services Agencies. Quote, this is part of our Jewish identity and ethos to serve our full community with Jewish values and welcoming the stranger. So this is all connected. The Jewish community depends on these populations, and for them to feel so vulnerable that they're afraid to go to work because they might get picked up and deported, or they might get picked up and sent to a Texas detention center. Nobody should have to live with that fear, end quote. This is what the center offered to their Haitian workers who were expected to lose their status and be hunted down by Trump's ICE force. Quote, they're feeling the need to share as much information as possible, get as smart about immigration policy and immigration enforcement as they can, Kat said. Quote, because they're all worried about this, back in Sinai, residents aren't waiting for careful plans to be laid. Every worker soon to lose their status is receiving, quote, $2,000 and a hug from the center. Many residents are contributing more out of their own pockets. And remember, the senior said, we're going to hide them in here. It's a very beautiful story. It's a very beautiful sentiment of heart, not by one person, not by two, but by a community of individuals to another community of individuals. And it's not as if they're just giving something away. They're doing this because that Haitian community is family to them, valuable to them. They have loved them. They have cared for them. And there's a sense of, there's a moral compass involved with most people the older they get. It doesn't matter how bad some of their past decisions may have been. The closer you get to that space where you have less years in front of you, you start thinking about what happens next. Your morality may transform. Your ethics may be enhanced. Your sense of duty and right and wrong becomes an actual guide. So the seniors of this facility were willing to do this for that community. And I wanted to highlight a positive story in the midst of so much negativity. And yes, it happened in Florida. Sharon, thoughts?
Yeah, I love what you've laid out here, and that two groups of people, one caregivers and one receiving that care, were able to see each other as ultimately human, and do something to protect them. It's what it looks like when you remember who you are and where you came from and what was done perhaps to your people.
That's right.
I will say this, Doc, quickly. America will be better off when we can get to a place where even if I don't know you, you're a stranger. I can see the humanity in you. We'll be even better than this. But this is a hell of an example. I love it.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And they utilize their own cultural experiences, personal experiences to inform their humanity. And I simply don't believe you go through things in order to judge
Yeah.
people who are going through things, right? If I judge somebody who drinks alcohol, that's insane. I haven't had a drink in years because I drunk too much. I have grace for those. I have grace for them because I've been through it. And that's what they showed. And I hope more would do the same.